Oh, you guys, I'm back. I'm back and it feels so right. This week I've been doing teaching tip videos. Before the activity that we do, I will show them the stamp that we're gonna use. And, you know, I got a sheep right here. I got a shark. You gotta have your Triceratops stamp. I've got the old mustache stamp, you know. Now here I am back in the classroom. I feel like there's so much to talk about, so much to share. I don't even know where to start. So I better start at the most important thing on planet Earth. My coffee pot right back here. Can you see? I don't know if I should call these week in the life of a teacher videos because I'm not doing the whole week, or if I should do a week in the life of a teacher. I'm gonna call it, this is week in the life of a teacher. Okay, so what's going on? Welcome back to my classroom. Yeah, let's talk about my coffee pot real quick. This is the saving grace of my life. See, did you know that I'm the #1 teacher, by the way? Yes, it says here right on this cup. Anyway, if you have the opportunity to have a little coffee pot in your room, and you drink coffee. If you don't drink coffee, what are you doing with your life? But having a coffee pot, basically I have a little bit in the morning and a little bit in the afternoon, ready to go. Makes my room smell like coffee and not farts, which is nice, which is always a plus. And I mean, having something comforting always, no matter how chaotic things can get, having my comfort thing, which is coffee, always on hand, I can't explain how amazing that is. Almost makes me want to cry just a little bit. Alright, anyways, that's enough of that. Okay, so, I don't know, a couple other things I've done is I've started adding a lot more personal effects to my classroom, just some of my knickknacks from home, some more knickknacks and stuff, just because I want to, you know, your classroom should be a place that you want to be. So making it more homey. I've added some new additions since my first classroom tour video that I did. Some that I'm very excited about. First one right here is a broom. And you're weird, Mr. Thain. You're weird, Kyle. Why are you so excited about a broom? Okay. The ability to clean up my room middle of the day is amazing because I don't know about you guys, but I like having a clean classroom, and I think the kids deserve to have a clean classroom as well. Even if it's them that made the mess, because it is 9 times out of 10. Sometimes it's me. I'll sweep up the classroom midday. That way, when they come back from specials, it's a fresh start. There shouldn't be stuff all over the floor. Clean room. Uncluttered space, uncluttered minds, ready to work. That's kind of my theory on that. I don't know if you've ever heard of, I think it's called like the broken glass theory, where if you go through a neighborhood and you see all the windows have broken glass, there's boarded up houses, there's a bunch of cars on the side of the roads that have broken windows, and it looks kind of just junky, right, overall, then people are more likely to treat that area badly. If you walk in a neighborhood where everything's nice and clean, people are less likely to treat it badly. So the classroom, if the classroom is nice and clean, kids are less likely to throw trash on the floor and this and that. Plus, I think it just, anyway, I like keeping a clean classroom. Another thing that I added, super excited about, this one might arguably be the thing that's saving my life. I went ahead and I got some old-fashioned pine saw here, and I put it in this bad boy, and basically trying to, you know, avoid getting the Black Death. Cleaning up my classroom with heavy-duty chemicals so I don't die. Because kids are germs. They're just germs. Kids are basically just giant germs. So, you know, you're supposed to mix this in with like a lot of water, but I basically just use straight pine saw and go nuts. And so the class smells nice, like lavender and coffee, which is, like I said, which is much better than farts. What else can I show you? Oh, children's work is prominently displayed. Well, not work, their artwork, I guess you could call it. Yeah, you could call it, I suppose. All around, so that they can see themselves represented in the classroom. It's everywhere. It's everywhere. Oh yes, this is a new addition. One of my students, his uncle, he is a college basketball player, and which is really exciting because I can start referencing that. Oh hey, I can say, oh yeah, he's got a, you know, I'll say, boy, he's got a cousin, his uncle plays college basketball. He had to go to college. He had to listen to his teachers. He had to, you know, and it's easy to relate to that. And so I went ahead and I followed their schedule. He actually gave me that poster to put in the classroom, and I marked their wins and losses, and we talk about it from time to time. And so that's a connection that I have with that boy, but not just him. I'm able to connect that to everything we do. I'll be like, oh, you know, he had to go to, you know, he had to learn how to read and write. He had to learn all of his letters and sounds. If you wanted to become a professional, he's a college basketball player. You got to do all the right things, and it helps me connect what we're doing to real life in a real circumstance, and I think that's pretty powerful. And of course, a lot of the boys want to be basketball players or soccer players or hockey players or whatever, and I can always reference that. So I don't know who you are, guy who plays on that team, but thank you. You probably never realized you would have impacted a kindergarten classroom, but I urge you, if you have anybody, like, do some digging a little bit, and find out, is there any, is your kids, your students, do any of them have any connections with any, like, universities or famous people, or anything that you can connect anything to the real world? You never know who somebody might be related to that you can pull from. You know, as teachers, trying to get kids to relate things to the real world can be difficult, but if you have a concrete example like that, there, I don't know why I just snapped, that was weird, but you know what I mean, you know it. Okay, now let's talk about the week. So this week was pretty good. I'm gonna sit down here. This week was pretty good. So let's just start off where it always starts off. You know, I started off this week sweeping changes. I have a student that is my most challenging student this year, is how I'll put it, and I'm trying to make sure that this child, you know, as teachers, one of the worst things that can happen is one of our students starts to identify as the bad kid, or they don't have any connections to school, no reason to be here, no draw to be here, no incentives, you know, they don't like school. And when we see, you know, a light go out in the student, I don't like to be here, I don't like school, that breaks our hearts, that breaks my heart. So my goal for this child is to get him to love school. To get him to be here, to feel like a part of the community. I was afraid, you know, due to misbehaviors, that kids were gonna not wanna associate with him. And luckily, I've got a good enough group that they don't necessarily do that. They don't wanna copy his behavior. Get your nose. They don't wanna copy his behaviors, but at the same time, they're not mean to him, which is nice. Anyway, my goal was to reintegrate to the classroom and to make sure that he feels like he's part of the community. And so I had to change seating arrangements. Ever change seating arrangements as a teacher? You know how crazy hard that is, because you think about, oh, if I put him here or her here, oh, she'll talk to that person, they'll talk to this person, they're related. It's hard, right? It's like, you basically have to have one of those big old boards like you see in crime movies with all the pins and the red lines. And then you're like sitting in there doing all this math, trying to figure out which kids can sit where. And I basically did that on Sunday. And so my new seating arrangement has been working really well this week. It's new though, you know, honeymoon stage of being with new kids, but that was basically how I started off the week. And consistently this week, I felt just good every single day. And it's really because of my new attitude, my newfound attitude, and my new rejuvenated spirit, I guess you could say. Having that Thanksgiving break, coming back knowing that I only have 3 weeks and I get another break for Christmas is really nice. But outside of school too, this week was a good week for me. And it starts with Tuesday. Every Tuesday I get together with my other teacher friend, Nick, my best friend, and his wife. We eat supper with them. We go to their house, and then the next week they come to our house and we rotate. And it's really a way for us to really get out of the house or to have guests in the week. And it's something that we look forward to every single week. Yay! Not you're here and stuff. Yeah, so, okay. So I made my famous, well, it's not famous yet. I made my famous, soon to be famous, not gonna die vegetable soup, because if you eat it, you'll never die. Vegetables? Yeah, he's a vegetarian. A vegetarian who hates vegetables, so there's that. I manage. And then Wednesday is Reset Wednesday for Kristen and I, and that's when we basically just come home and we treat the evening like a weekend night.
Kyle's got the pizza, wow, that was really fast. That was really fast.
Premium garden veggie pizza with no cheese and thin and crispy crust. It looks like this. It looks like this. Please. Please. What is this saucery?
It's called a box.
I said it looks like this.
Oh, it smells good.
No cheese, extra sauce, premium garden veggie, no cheese, thin and crispy. Vegan, son. We watch a movie or watch some TV, we get some pizza or something like that, and we just kind of pretend like it's Friday night. It's our recharge night, I guess you could call it. So having something every night to look forward to really helps me, really helps me throughout the day. In the back of my mind, I'm always like, oh, I can't wait to do that later. Not that I don't like being here, but having something to look forward to, and it helps break it up so you don't always feel like I'm at school, and it's just been a solid week. I really have been enjoying trying my best to be positive, which really, that's what teaching comes down to, is a positive attitude. And it's really hard at times. I've been straight up bad at that this year sometimes. I've failed at it sometimes this year. But the reality is something that we gotta try our best to do. So I hope you guys had a great week, and I hope you enjoyed seeing into my classroom. I'm gonna make sure to do this every week for the rest of the school year. Try to hold me to it. I'm gonna try my best. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any questions at all, comments, leave them down below. I would love to answer them. Thanks for watching. Find your gift, share it with the world, and remember, you are worth it. See you tomorrow.